is the single most terrifying sight of the 21st century. It's not a horror movie. It's not your exam timetable. It's not the words, "we need to talk." It's this, 1%. That tiny red battery icon in the corner of your screen. The moment your phone hits 1%, something strange happens. You become a completely different person. You stop watching videos, you dim the screen, you close apps you've not even used. And some of us even start negotiating with our phone. "Come on, buddy, just get me home." Now, let me ask you a question. Without looking at your phones, tell me, how much battery percentage your phone has left? Of course, we all know how much battery percentage our phone has left. Isn't that amazing how we know exactly how much battery our phone has left? But if I were to ask you, how much emotional battery do you have left? Many of us wouldn't even know where to begin. And that's the problem. Because millions of students wake up and walk into classrooms with their internal batteries sitting at 1%. Their emotional storage full. Their anxiety levels flashing red. And their mental bandwidth exhausted. And instead of offering them a charger, we say, "Why aren't you performing your best?" Today, I want to talk about student mental health through the only language my generation seems to understand, the phone battery. Think back to the first day of a new school year. Everyone treats you like a new phone fresh out of the box. Battery health, 100%. Screen, flawless. Processing speed, lightning fast. Unlimited potential. Because of this, we've built an entire culture around the idea that young people have endless capacity. Study harder, join more clubs, take more classes, build your resume, sleep later, wake up earlier, and somehow remain perfectly fine. It's as if we believe students are cloud storage. Infinite, expandable, always available. But humans aren't cloud storage. We are batteries, and batteries drain. I remember sitting in class staring at my notes. The strange thing was, I wasn't tired. I had slept. I wasn't sick either. Yet my brain felt like a browser with 57 tabs open. Homework, friendship, family expectations, future plans, and somewhere in the background, a mystery tab was playing music for no reason at all. This brings to what I call the background apps. Imagine someone walking into this room carrying 10 heavy suitcases. Would we notice? Yes. But what if they were carrying 10 heavy worries? Would we still notice? For many students, these background apps never seem to close. There's the social app. Am I fitting in? Do I belong here? Why haven't they replied to my text yet? There's the academic app. If I don't pass this test, will my future fall apart? Then there's the future app, the one that wakes you up at 2 a.m. and questions, what exactly are we doing with our life? By the time a student wakes up at 9 a.m., they've already drained half their battery just trying to stay mentally afloat. Now, when a phone hits 20%, it doesn't ask for permission. It automatically switches into low power mode. It dims the screen and slows down processing just to protect itself. The phone isn't failing, it's surviving. Humans do exactly the same thing, but we don't call it low power mode. We call it laziness. We call it lack of motivation. We call it not trying hard enough. When a student stops socializing, stops participating, stops shining the way they used to, they may not be giving up. Their system may be simply prioritizing survival. Yet, our response is equivalent to screaming on the screen for being too dim. I started noticing something in my own school. brilliant minds dimming to red, students carrying silent expectations, people who looked like they were thriving, but were actually just surviving. So my friends and I decided something had to change. We started an initiative called the Battery Check. We changed the question. Instead of asking, how are you? We asked, what percent are you on? The results were staggering. Beneath those smiles and high grades, many were running on low battery. And when someone told us that they were at 10%, 5%, or even 1%, we didn't give them advice. We gave them support. We shared notes. We created spaces where people could breathe without judgment. Slowly, something shifted. We did not see each other as people who were not trying hard enough. We started seeing each other as people who were simply running low. We weren't trying to be therapists. We were trying to be better classmates, the human power banks. Because the real crisis in education isn't that students are failing. The tragedy is that too many students are succeeding while quietly breaking themselves. For generations, we have asked young people, how much potential do you have? It's time to ask a better question. How much energy do you have to access that potential? Now, before I leave you, I want you to try one final exercise. Look around this room. Look at the people sitting next to you. Imagine everyone here had their battery percentage glowing above their head. What would you see? A 90%? A 50%? Or a flashing red 5%? We can instantly recognize a phone at 1%, but we fail to recognize a human being at 1%. So tomorrow, when you meet a student, a child, a friend, or even a colleague who seems drained or distracted, don't demand more from them. Don't ask them to shine brighter when their system is shutting down. Look at them in the eye and ask the only question that matters. What percent are you running on? And how can I help you plug in? Because the world doesn't need you running on 1%. It needs you at 100%. Thank you.